What would you do if everyone around you was afraid to face a problem, but you were the only one willing to try? In the land of Israel, there was tension in the air. Two armies had formed on opposite sides of a valley called Elah. On one side were the Israelites, on the other side, the Philistines. And for weeks, nothing moved, because something had stopped them. Every morning, a single warrior would step out from the Philistine side. His name was Goliath. He was massive, heavily armored, and trained for battle since he was young. When he spoke, his voice carried across the valley like thunder. He would shout one challenge: "Send one man to fight me. If he wins, we will serve you. If I win, you will serve us." But no one answered, not a single soldier. Day after day, the same thing happened. Morning and evening, Goliath would come out, and each time the Israelites would step back. Even King Saul and his strongest men were afraid, not because they didn't have weapons, but because they believed they couldn't win. This went on for 40 days. While this fear filled the battlefield, there was a boy living a completely different life. His name was David. He wasn't a soldier. He wasn't in the army. He was the youngest in his family, and his job was simple: taking care of sheep in the fields. His days were quiet, no battles, no crowds, just the open land, animals, and long hours of silence. But one day his father sent him on an errand. "Take food to your brothers at the battlefield," he said. "Bring back news of how they are doing." So David left early the next morning. He didn't know that this simple trip would change his life forever. When David arrived at the camp, everything looked different from what he expected. Soldiers were gathered in groups, whispering. No one was moving forward. No one was confident. And then he heard it, that voice. Goliath had stepped out again, shouting, mocking, challenging. And just like every other day, the entire army backed away. But this time, David didn't understand it. He kept asking questions. Why is no one going to fight him? The soldiers looked at him like he didn't understand reality. Some laughed, others ignored him. But word of his questions reached King Saul, and David was brought before the king. Saul looked at him and saw exactly what everyone else saw: just a young boy. No armor, no experience, no military training. Saul shook his head. "You cannot fight him," he said. "He has been a warrior his whole life." But David didn't back down. He explained something no one expected. "I take care of my father's sheep," he said, "and when a lion or bear comes to steal one, I don't run. I fight it, and I win. The same God who helped me then will help me now." It wasn't arrogance. It was confidence built from experience. Still, Saul tried to help. He gave David his armor, heavy, strong, but too big. David tried to move in it and couldn't, so he took it off. He chose something else instead: 5 smooth stones from a stream and a simple sling, nothing more. Meanwhile, Goliath saw what was coming and laughed. When he saw David walking toward him, he shouted insults. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" The battlefield filled with noise. Soldiers on both sides watched. One side expected a quick victory, the other expected disaster. But David kept walking. He wasn't focused on the size of the giant. He was focused on what he believed would happen next. Goliath moved closer. David ran toward him. He placed a stone in his sling, swung it once, twice, and released it. The stone flew, straight, fast, and it struck Goliath on the forehead. The giant stopped, staggered, and fell to the ground. Silence hit the battlefield. The same enemy that made an entire army freeze was now on the ground, and everything changed in that moment. Fear disappeared. Confidence returned. The Israelites ran forward and took victory. But the story people remember most is not the giant. It is the boy who refused to be limited by fear. Sometimes life looks like that battlefield. Big problems, big pressure, and moments where it feels like everyone else is stepping back. But this story shows something simple. You don't always need what everyone thinks you need to win. Sometimes you only need courage, focus, and the right mindset. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more powerful Bible stories like this. And comment below what story you want next. If you believe there is strength beyond what you can see, type "I believe" in the comments. See you in the next story.